Hello, Pac-Manians. Here we are with 10.4. This is the first page. We're going to be doing multi-step measurement problems. So they're going to involve doing some calculations and then doing some more calculations. So it's a kind of a good lesson for those longer problems that are kind of wordy and you've got to really figure out what you're supposed to be doing. Down here, they're going to make you go through 2 steps. You could, of course, go through just 1 step if you use your handy dandy chart. So I'm going to do it using the chart and doing it 2-step wise if that's what you need. But this is going to be covering length, it's going to be covering capacity and weight. So it's kind of a mixture of all the things on that first conversion chart that I gave you. So let's take a look at the unlocking the problem. We've got a leaky faucet. Oh my goodness. At Jared's house, it drips 2 cups of water every single day. 2 weeks of dripping, the faucet is finally fixed. All right. So if it dripped the same amount each day, how many quarts? So my question is, wherever the question mark is, how many quarts of water dripped from Jared's leaky faucet in 2 weeks? Okay, so you got to think about that. You might even pause. What should you do first? Right? So we're going to record the faucet drips 2 cups of water each day, and it drips for 2 weeks. So I've got to go, even time-wise here, I got to go from weeks to days, right? How many days in a week? You better know that one. That's 7. So days in 2 weeks is 2 times 7. 2 times 7 is 14, right? And 2 times 14, we're going to get 28. If you don't know your 14s, not a lot of people do. I don't think I do. You just write 14 times. Or, yeah, 14 times 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 1 is 2, right? And that's how you get that. So we're going to get 28 cups. Okay, so I want to find out how many days that is because it's per day. So I get to my weeks into days, right, to get the total number of cups. And then I'm going to convert my cups into quarts. If I look at my chart, I will see that 1 cup is 1/4 of a quart. So if it's a division in front, I divide, right, by 4. So if I took 28 and I divided it by 4, well, 28 divided by 4, how many 4s can I take from 28? 7, so I put a 7 there, right? So I should end up right here with 7. Now let's do it their way. Now there's more multi-step. It's like 3 steps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, I have 28 cups to start, and I want pints. Pints are smaller, so I need fewer. And if I look at my chart, I know that I divide by 2, right? It goes 8, 2, 2, 4. So cups to pints is divided by 2. So 28 divided by 2 is going to be 14. Okay? So I just take 28 and I divide it by 2 and I get 1 and I get 4. All right? Easy peasy. Now I'm going to take my 14 pints, and if I want to go from pints to quarts, I have to take 14 and divide it by 7 and divide it by 2, which of course equals 7. All right? So I can do it in 1 step using the chart if I know that. I mean, if I divide by 2 and I divide by 2, that's the same as dividing by 4. Just keep that in mind. You can just multiply all of those out and do it on your own if you can't remember them. All right? So the faucet's going to drip 7 quarts. And I find this question interesting down here. If it goes for 4 weeks instead of just 2 weeks, how much would it be? Well, 4 weeks is twice as many as 2, so we're going to double that up, right? That'll just be 14. All right. We're only going to do 3 problems on the next page. You're welcome.